my name's Adriana, and I know a lot of you have told me how was the show, how was your experience of meeting the boys. So I decided just to make a for you experience video and post it on YouTube. I went to the show in Houston, Texas, which was on June 26th. It was on a Sunday. I took my sister because I didn't have anybody else to take, since I don't know anybody who knows the Dolan twins or actually likes them like how I like him. So I just took my sister. I paid for her ticket. I bought the tickets around May. And I told my sister about it. She thought I said Donald Duck the first time I told him we're going to meet the Dolan twins. I'm like, no, they're the Dolan twins, not Donald Duck. I bought the general admission ticket on Ticketmaster. That was about $40 each, so it was around $80 in total that I bought for general admission. And then a week later, I bought the VIP pass. I actually just bought the regular kind of VIP, not the front of the line, because there's no point of buying front of the line if you're still going to be able to meet the boys. You're still going to be able to see the show. It doesn't matter where you're at. You're still going to have a good time and see the boys. So I just bought the regular tickets that was like $99 plus the processing fee, which was like $10. So it was $110 per ticket. So I spent $220 for the VIP meet and greet tickets. So that was a total of $300 that I spent on the Dolan twins. Okay, so the day of the show, I got there around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just so I could be in line. I could be like one, because I know I didn't have front of the line, but I still want to be sort of close. So we got there pretty early, and then we went. There's actually probably about 20 girls in front of us, so it was pretty good. And then but literally the House of Blues here in Houston is so hectic. There's so many people, everybody who works there, nobody knows what they're doing. They don't know what line was for what. Everybody was so confused. Girls kept going up because the House of Blues here in Houston is like in a mall sort of. So it's like 3 floors. So the first 2 floors is like the mall, and then the 3rd floor is where the House of Blues is at. And so literally all 3 floors were filled up with girls. And so girls kept going up and down the stairs because they didn't know where else to go. There was no one outside to help us to settle down to see what line was for what, because they literally only had one line for everything. And then close to the show is when they separated everybody, and that's where it started turning all very hectic, because girls were running around everywhere because everybody was all over the place. They're all scattered, because there were some girls over there with the only general admission, there were some with the VIP, and there were some with front of the line. It was just too much. And then finally it was around 6 when they started putting everybody into separate lines. And they first called the VIP, they just had VIP, they didn't say if it was front of the line or just regular VIP. And then I asked the guy, because I showed him the email because I wasn't sure, because I know I bought VIP, but everybody else said the same thing. They all said VIP. Nobody said front of the line, nothing like that. So he's like, okay, just get in this line. I'm like, okay. So we went upstairs. We got in the line. We had to go get our wristbands for our the show. And then, I got my wristband. And then it was weird because there was still a line in the back, but there was another girl. They were already getting security checked. So they had like those magnetic things that they go around all over your body to make sure you don't have any metals or anything like that. The metal detectors, yes. And then we kept asking everybody, but they didn't even know what line was for what. So I decided to just go back into the line that was behind us. And good thing I listened to myself, because that was the line we're supposed to go to. Turns out, when I went upstairs to get my wristband, there's another like 40-50 girls already in line. Supposedly they had like, girls have been there since the morning, and then around 12 in the afternoon they closed down the line, and then they let girls get down in the 2nd floor. which are where we were at. So there's like 50 girls in the 3rd floor, and then there was 20 girls in the 2nd floor, and then that's where I was at. Me and my sister were at. So there's probably around 70 girls in front of us, which was a lot because this is the first time I ever experienced this. I never really been to like a YouTuber's tour or whatever. So it was like crazy. And I've never been to the House of Blues. I've always gone to like other venues, but not House of Blues, and it was just crazy. And then since House of Blues is way smaller than other venues that I've been to, and then imagine all the girls that went, it was just too many. And then they also have a House of Blues also has a balcony, but they didn't have that one open. It was only general admission on the floor, so it was even more packed. And the doors were supposed to open at 7. They actually opened around 8:30, and the show started at 9. So we were like an hour and a half more waiting outside, and it was very hot since it was in the summer. And then me and my sister finally got checked. We went through the metal detector, we got in line, and then we ran inside, and we were pretty close. We were like sort of in the middle section because there's already a lot of girls already inside because they had front of the line wristbands. We went inside, we were like in the middle. It was pretty close, but the more and more girls came in, the more packed it got and the more squished we got. There was literally so many girls surrounding us that I couldn't even move. And you know, I am claustrophobic, so I started like having a hard time breathing, and I started getting like panic attacks, started getting anxiety. There was literally a girl next to me. She was trying to have a good view, taking pictures and all that. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But she was literally laying her shoulder on me with her camera, and I'm just like, girl, yeet yourself. And then there's also some girls behind me. She literally sat on me. She was trying to get a good view also, to get a camera, get a good view of the boys. So she literally sat on me. My sister, she's shorter than me. And then there's 2 girls in front of us that were taller, and they were even tiptoeing. I don't know why the girls in front of them were shorter than them, but they were still tiptoeing. My sister, she actually got stepped on probably about 20 times by the same girl because she kept moving everywhere trying to get a good view with her. And then the girl next to her, she had like curly hair, so it was like huge. That huge messy curly hair. And my sister literally ate her hair because she kept moving so much that hair got in my sister's mouth, which was disgusting. I had told my sister, you know what, let's go, it's not even worth it. So we, because I wanted to go in the back, because it wasn't even worth going, being in the middle if you're gonna get all squished. I already had a hard time trouble breathing. I started getting anxiety. So I told my sister, let's go, and she's like, no, let's just wait until they do the introduction where they show the video of them coming out. I'm like, okay, that's fine. It was already about to be 9 and the boys still didn't come out. So I told my sister, you know what, let's go, I can't take this no more. So we left. We left where we were at, and we ended up being all the way in the back near the merch table. It wasn't that bad of a view either, like you could still see the boys clearly. And overall the show was really good. Like, they did a bunch of challenges they did in their YouTube videos. They did a Q&A, they did other stuff. I don't want to ruin it for international fans that are going to be going this fall. The show ended around probably around 10:30 or 11. It was like an hour and a half long, 2 hours long. And then finally everybody went to the merch table. Everybody got their things, and then they started kicking everybody out and just letting the people who had wristbands on, which was either front of the line or regular meet and greet. And then I wasn't able to buy anything in the from their merch at the time because I already had wasted $300 on their tickets. I was broke and I couldn't afford anything at the moment. I had to wait until the merch went online, and that's when I bought myself the But I'm a Savage pink hat. And then they started organizing everybody from the first the people who had the front of the line meet and greet lanyards. they went in first. They got everybody who had the lanyards on first, and then the people who had regular wristbands went in last. Girls kept telling me that it's better if you are in the back, in the end of the line, like that. The boys have more. You have more time with the boys, and like you actually have a conversation with them. So I'm like, okay, well we're gonna do that. It's not true. It doesn't matter where part of the line you're at. They're still gonna be rushing you because there's literally about more than 200 girls trying to meet them, and it was already gonna be past midnight, so they were trying to rush everybody, go out quick. And as everybody was getting their merch, all I hear was girls screaming, and then Kyle comes out with Alex Iono, and Kyle has Alex on his back, and he puts him behind the merch table so he could meet Alex could meet the girls. Everybody was like in line, and you know how that got. Like literally everybody left the line and they all went running to the merch table. I wanted to go really bad, but it wasn't even worth it because there was just so many girls. Like I couldn't even do it. There was just so many girls, so I didn't want to go. But I actually made them gifts. I had made them 3 shirts. I had made it was 3 muscle shirts, one for Grace and one for Ethan and one for Alex. I had made a blue one with a Texas Aztec decal sticker right here. I had made a red shirt that just says Texas, and then I made a gray muscle shirt that says don't mess with Texas. And I really wanted to give it to him in person, so I told my sister, you know what, let me go. So I went. I was pretty close. I'll show you some pictures right now. Like I was literally standing in the bar. He was right in front of me, but I saw him really busy giving girls autographs and pictures and all that good stuff. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave. And so I left, but then I saw the girls, they started getting back into the line, so I told my sister, you know what, let me go again. So I went around again, and then I got back and I was in the bar, but then there's a guy who was giving trying to see where to cut at for them to meet Alex, and sadly they cut me. Like it was literally a girl, and then he cut me and the rest of the girls who were behind me to get an autograph by him. So that kind of sucks. So I just got a few pictures of him. I didn't actually get to meet him, but I went back in line. And he left. Finally, after that, like 30 minutes after he left, they started taking girls to the back so they could meet the twins. We're literally there standing for an hour, and I still hadn't met the boys, and there's literally still, I was basically in the end of the line, but there's still 40 girls behind me. Finally started moving little by little, and it was probably around 12:30 around there as I was in the same room as the twins. There's probably like 4 or 5 girls in front of us, and I was literally able to see Ethan and Grayson right there. I actually wasn't nervous at all, because I'm like, they're just 16-year-old boys who make videos to entertain us, that's it. And they just make money out of it. Like, it's like no big deal. I guess I'm not that type of a fan that I cry over them, at least not anymore. Like, I grew out of that phase. Since I'm not gonna lie, I would like, when I was like a freshman, I would like cry over like Justin Bieber, because I was like a big fan of Justin Bieber. I still am, but I matured over it, so I'm not as crazy as I was before. But I wasn't nervous at all. Like, I saw Ethan and Gracie, and I saw them staring at me, but I'm like, boo. And finally, I went up to the tables where they have like all their gifts, right? And then I had the shirts in my hands because I really wanted to give it to them in person, and because I wanted to see what shirts they chose. But then I bumped into Kyle. Oh, let me tell you about Kyle. Kyle. I do not like Kyle. At least I didn't. Like, I understand that he was doing his job, but it was very rude of him. That, all I want to do is just show him the shirts, that's it. And I'm pretty sure Ethan saw me fighting with him. And Grayson. But, I don't care. So, I was trying to get the shirts, right? And I had it in my hands. And then Kyle was like, okay, put them in the table. And I told him, but wait, I want to give it to him in person because I want to see what shirts they I wanted to see what shirts they chose. He didn't even let me finish my sentence. He's like, I know, but put him in the gift table. And I'm like, but, and he's like, I know. And I'm like, but, and he's like, I know. And I'm like, okay, fine. And then he's like, and I asked him, can I, because I had them folded up, I'm like, can I at least like unfold them so they could actually see them? And he's like, yeah, sure. And it was my turn, right? It was already our turn, me and my sister's turn. We decided just to do a one picture together because we needed to leave already because it was already past midnight and my mom was the one who picked us up. She dropped us off and picked us up. And so my sister was trying to rush me and I'm like, no, wait, I'm gonna do this, okay? I waited 3 years for this. They could wait 5 more minutes. And so unfolded the shirts and I put them gently on the table, right? And then we finally got to see the twins. My sister went to Grayson and I went to Ethan, right? And we hugged each other and then we switched and then we hugged each other. I wasn't nervous at all. I'm pretty sure they were the ones who were nervous because they didn't talk at all. I had to do all the talking, literally. I'm pretty sure Ethan saw me fighting with Kyle because I was telling Ethan how I made them shirts, right? And then he pointed at them. I'll show you some pictures right now. He pointed at them, he's like, and then it was funny because he was just stuttering the whole time. He's like, okay, thank you so much, this and that, right? And then I'm like, calm down. I'm just a regular girl. You're just a regular guy. Like, I don't know why you're getting so nervous. And then Grayson over here, he didn't even say a word. The only thing he told me was, I like your shirt. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And then that's basically the only conversation we had because they didn't ask me for my name. They were just like so nervous around me. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why they were so nervous about. I was literally just talking to them like normally, like how I am right now. And then for our pose, since I'm from Houston, I don't know if you see like many people like Beyonce or Drake, you know how they're always representing Houston, and for you to represent Houston, you do the hand signs like this, right? And so I told them, okay, we're in Houston, so we have to represent Houston. And then Ethan, I know they're not from Houston, but he had the nerve to tell me what it was. I just looked at him like, but I mean, I gave it to them because I know they're not from Houston, so they don't know much. They're from Jersey, so I didn't even know Jersey existed until I saw them on Vine. And so I just told them, okay, the hand signs like this, right? And then I just thought it was so funny because half of their Snapchats and half of their Instagram pictures, they're them doing this hand sign, and they didn't even know we're representing Houston. Like, I know there's also another meeting, but come on now. And so we finally took our picture, and then we finally said goodbye, and then we hugged each other. Literally, when I was hugging them, it felt like I was hugging a pole, like a metal pole, because they felt like so bony, because since they're always working out. So if you ever want to feel what it feels to hug them, just go outside and just hug a metal pole. Like, that's how it felt to hug them. They're just so stiff and so like bony, like, because since they work out so much, it's all the muscle. I'm pretty sure they were flexing, but still. And then I was getting all my stuff because I had put my purse on the table so I won't come out with it on the in the picture. And then I saw Grayson and Ethan check me out a few times, not gonna lie. I caught a few pictures of them. I went outside, I saw my pictures. I was very disappointed. I was like so pissed off because they had told us choose one. You can only have one phone with you, right? You can't record or anything like that. So my sister used her phone since her phone was better than my phone. The guy was like, okay, are you all ready? Because he said he was just take a bunch of pictures. I'm like, okay, we're ready. He literally took 2 pictures of our pose, and one of them came out blurry. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I paid $300 for this, and you couldn't even take a decent picture. Like, I think what the twins should do is that they should get like a professional photographer and actually get a professional camera and take the pictures and then just upload them online like how every other meet and greet person does it. Like, it's not even that hard. Like, all you have to do is they could have used Cameron and she could have taken the picture and they could have uploaded it online and we could just get it from there. And we left, and I think we got home around, I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning that we got home. So we were literally standing up from 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 1 o'clock in the morning without no water and no food. So we were literally standing up 9 hours straight. And then, what else? Oh yes, at the end of every meet and greet, you can't get any signatures or anything from them, but they actually give you this this signed picture of them together. I don't know, yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. And that's overall, it was a great show, and they were really nice. They were really humble. They didn't talk much to me, but they're pretty chill. Hopefully when I go to LA next summer, I'll get to meet them again. But it was very nice. You know, this was actually my birthday present from me to me, because my birthday was on 24th, which was when they were in Dallas, and then they came to Houston on 26th. So I came to the show, went to the show on the 26th. But overall, it was a great experience.
Going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the car and she Tuesday. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the car and she Tuesday.